All right, welcome gamers to the next race for Pokemon Rumble. Any percent, no passwords. I'm gonna try and get these guys ready to go. And we'll be getting this race started shortly. Okay, cool. Okay, we're just getting everything finalized. I think we're ready to go though. We also have a Spanish and Portuguese restream. Shout out to the restream. There's going to be a pretty interesting race. Both these guys got the same exact race time. They both got a 1 hour and 26-minute time in their last race. So this will be a pretty interesting. Pretty interesting race for sure. All right. Players are readying up and sending their good lucks. Like I said, this is going to be a pretty interesting race. Diego recently, I think it was last night actually, they PB'd, and they were on a pretty good pace to get world record as well. So that was pretty cool. But they did get a small PB. They PB by a little less than a minute, like 50 seconds, I think. I think I have a delay on the screen. But okay, yeah, that was just a delay. So anyway, as we're starting, if you haven't seen any of the races before, this is Pokemon Rumble. It's a WiiWare game. You might not have seen or heard of it before, but that is because it is a WiiWare game. So there isn't a actual hard copy of the game. The only way to have actually been able to get it is through buying it through the Wii Shop, which you can't access anymore. So pretty neat, pretty fun. But this is a pretty popular game of the series. There's quite a bit of Pokemon Rumble games that have been made since this one. But this game has gone on to have a fan game made of it that includes Generations 2 and 3 Pokemon, because this game only includes Generations 1 and 4, because it's a Gen 4 Pokemon game. So, and there's also shiny Pokemon in this game, which there aren't shiny Pokemon in any other Pokemon Rumble game, so that's kind of cool. But now I'm gonna get into the actual story here for us to start actually being able to play the game. This Rattata is doing something it's not supposed to do. It is going into the Battle Royale. Oh, what's happened with Diego? I'm not sure what happened. It looks like he maybe just lost track of time or something. I'm not sure. I was hoping to see that it wasn't something like a controller malfunction. But the point here is this Rattata goes into the Battle Royale earlier than you're supposed to. And you are intended to lose this Battle Royale, so you want to lose as fast as possible. There are certain Pokemon that'll kill you in one hit every time. Sometimes it's a range if it's some of the Pokemon, but there's a couple Pokemon that won't kill you in one hit. So you just want to go towards those Pokemon that'll kill you in one hit. I was just confirming that it was everything was okay with Diego's controller. Everything is okay. So just has a little bit of a lead. I'm just gonna switch this music over. Haven't had to see too much of that recently, but that's kind of cool. We're gonna see some audio switching, some movement optimizations are gonna definitely show here when the times are pretty close to each other. Cutting corners and knowing how to get to the trampoline as fast as possible, even in the level, in the stages past the tutorial, is pretty crucial. But yeah, as we're going through the tutorial, you just have to go through each of these rooms, master the text. It's just telling you how to play through those stages. It's a pretty simple walk around, beat 'em up kind of game. Once we get past the tutorial, we'll be able to skip a lot of these cutscenes, like the trampoline animation and this wind-up toy animation. If you didn't get the idea yet, the Pokemon are toys, so you play as the Pokemon instead of as a trainer or something. But it's pretty cool. Well, audio desync, but that's okay. Also, this game does have ranges and crits and all that fun stuff that regular Pokemon has. So sometimes you can get a 5 to 6 damage ratio on this Ivysaur, or you can get a 6 or 7. 6 or 7 is obviously faster, so that's good. You go with a little worse fight, but I feel like that sometimes. We're moving on. Going past the tutorial. This is when the categories separate from each other. So for the difference between passwords and no passwords is you basically have a set amount of Pokemon that you can already use for movement and fighting. And then if you use the passwords, but if you're using no passwords where you're just going into the levels with whatever the game's giving you, you have to work with a lot more luck. You have to have more knowledge of what you have to work with, the moves, the Pokemon, all that fun stuff. So it's a little harder to execute this category and execute it well and fast. But these players have had a lot of practice, especially this tournament. Diego just PB'd yesterday, so on that. We do have no quick attack yet, but we do have. Okay, that's nothing. At this point, I would probably just keep going and not really try to kill anything else. When you get far enough into a level, you kind of want to just get over with the level and not waste too much time on just killing stuff. But yeah, he doesn't want to. Spearow doesn't actually have quick attack. We thought it did. It was just kind of like facts that I was told way back in the day, but it does not. It does not have quick attack. So it's just a good pick because it's one of the other Pokemon that has stab moves and is faster in the area. I'm gonna switch the audio back over to Diego because it looks like Diego's just a little bit ahead now. Starting this Persian fight a little earlier, but as you can see, Rob's duo. First of all, duo is a little bit better than Spearow, but also, ooh, we got a Persian. That's pretty good. Bite isn't the best move, but Persian is still really good, and Bite's fine. It just doesn't stab. And stab just means it's the same type attack bonus, so it does a little bit more damage. But we're also wanting to, so the way that we have to route these levels is we have to get a certain power for each rank, and then get to the Battle Royale and beat the Battle Royale. So for no passwords, we want to make sure that we have the Pokemon that are like good enough for getting through the stages fast and also beating Pokemon fast. But we also want to make sure that we're going to the shorter levels and levels that we can beat faster because of the boss fights as well. So for the most part, we're going to see a lot of stages on the right side because they are just shorter than the ones on the left. But also, there's going to be instances where like bosses are easier to kill, or the Pokemon in the stages are better than the ones on the left, or whatever the case. The reason we go to the two stages here is because the tutorial level counts as a completed stage. So we only have to complete 2 levels here to get to the power that we need, which is only 100. And after we complete that 3rd stage, we can start just trying to get the power we need to move on. You guys are just trading the lead here, but yeah, we're going to be going into Rocky Cave. Now that we have 3 completed stages, we have the more likelihood of getting the power that we need. So we're just going to kill everything and hope that we get the power that we need, but we also want to make sure that that thing has something good that we can use to fight. No luck in either case yet, but I feel like that sometimes. Typically we want to get a Machop or a Clefairy here, but especially in these no reset settings, you'll take what you can get. We haven't seen anything too drastic happen in the races. We've obviously seen some not great luck, but we haven't seen anything too bad. Got a 103 Machop, that's good. That's Crychop, that's perfect. I think I said Crychop. So Diego does have a little bit of a lead right now, just because he's already gotten the power. The reason that he's taking these deaths here, you have 3 deaths in every stage you enter, even the Battle Royales. But the reason he's taking the death is because in order to save the Pokemon that you collect, you have to... Oh yeah, it has Low Kick, not Cryshot, my bad, sorry. Can't read. But in order to save what you collect in a stage, you have to either complete the level or die. So it's faster to just, whenever you get it, just die. Rob's still searching for this 100 power. Ugh. Hopefully I can get it soon. Diego's starting up his first Battle Royale. It's okay to take a death there, especially because he's gotten some Pokemon anyway. Wouldn't go into the Geodude. I think I would just let the Geodude die. But for the Battle Royales, they basically take like a random pool of... Oh, that's a lot of damage you just took. A pool of just Pokemon from each stage, and it can be whatever Pokemon from the stage. It's always going to be in the same order. So for like rank C, it's always going to start with the Silent Forest Pokemon, get to the Windy Prairie, and then this one, which is Bright Beach, and so on and so forth. But the Pokemon that are given are random. So sometimes like there will be a bunch of Squirtles, sometimes there will be no Squirtles. It's kind of just luck at that point. But it's obviously luck that matters, because sometimes the Pokemon are one-shots and sometimes they're not. Diego is dealing with a move that isn't that good. Overall, it's not the worst move. It's better than nothing for sure. But it's harder to one-shot Pokemon, especially in this earlier rank, because it's Low Kick, which is dependent on the weight of the Pokemon instead of just the power. I don't know what happened with Rob. What happened with Rob? Not sure what happened to Rob's game footage, but it'll be okay. hopefully. But Diego's finishing up his battle royale. But that was kind of expected, just because like a lot of damage was taken earlier. Playing pretty risky, but it was kind of needed. They did have some backup. Okay. All right, we lost Rob there for a second. It looks like Rob had to restart the grind, which is something that I was actually talking about, kinda. Yeah, it did. So it's best when you, if you go to the end of the stage and you still haven't gotten the power, you can either complete the stage. It'll give it a more likelihood of getting a power, with the power you need after, but it does take time to do that. So it's faster to just at the end of the stage, if you still haven't gotten it, just exit out and re-enter. So it looks like that's what Rob had to do. That's unfortunate, but they got the 100 power quickly after. Anything can happen. It's obviously quite a deficit, but Rob can probably have a little bit better battle royale than Diego did. Diego had a little sloppy one, and there's also a lot of different like RNG that can happen as well. So we're not out of the woods. Rank B and rank A are very brutal. We've seen it before, and we're gonna see it again for sure. Diego's back in Windy Prairie. Typically, we're going to be going to Windy Prairie just because there's Pokemon with Quick Attack, which is like one of the moves that is really helpful with just speeding up movement in this game. Some of the also like other reasons is because there's just fast Pokemon in there with good moves. Normal type is a really good move in this, or really good type in this game, including like fighting type. Fire type's pretty good. Electric type's pretty good as well. Psychic type's not bad. Some types that are like obvious, I guess, but a lot of those types, like normal and fighting, you wouldn't typically think to be that good, but they are pretty good. There's also not things like being immune to anything. There's no immunities unless it's like a boss Pokemon or something. So like ghost types can hit normal types and vice versa, and stuff of that nature. So that's kind of cool. Ooh, Rob playing it risky here, going right in the middle. You can kind of do it though. Double Slap is a very good move. I believe Rob has another option here. Yeah. Oh, Rage is. Get hit once. There you go. Now you're fine. Gonna check a little slower, but it's okay. Rage is an interesting move. Not the best one, but it's a move. It doesn't look like Diego got anything helpful here either. He's using his Lickitung to kill the boss, which I know I just said normal types are good, but not all of them are. That was an interesting thing too with Diego. That Pidgeotto got stunned, which is one of the factors you can tell by if like a Pokemon will drop. Because most of the time we are just killing stuff and hoping that it'll drop. But there's a couple things that you can look for to know if it's going to drop. One of those things is if you hit it and it gets stunned. Oh wow, look at that! Wow, that was crazy. All right, so Rob is only a stage behind now. It's honestly not that bad at all. Rob did save some time in that Battle Royale, and Diego didn't really get anything that good here in Windy Prairie, so he's gonna have to try and get something good in this Fiery Furnace. But there's lots of good Pokemon here. Sometimes there's a route differentiation of going here third or second, just because the Pokemon are really good here. But we'll see what Rob can get. But forgot what I was talking about before. Got sidetracked. Okay, Voltorbs are good. Oh, walk speed and stuff. So, yeah, we're wanting to see like Pokemon with decent walk speed, and also Pokemon that have moves that make us go fast, like Quick Attack. There are less moves like that. There's also moves like Agility, which is also helpful, but you don't really get that until later in the run. You get really lucky. Oh, and the likelihood of Pokemon dropping. So the Pokemon getting stunned, if you hit it again after it getting stunned, then it'll likely drop. Or if you kill it when it's stunned, it'll drop. But if you do another status affliction to it, then it'll cancel it out. So he paralyzed it. when it got stunned, so he couldn't get the drop. He didn't get lucky again, pretty much. Alright, got a rapid dash with quick attack. That's not bad. It's not as strong like attack wise. It's still good for speed, but it's not stab, so it's not. But rapid dash itself is fast, so that helps too. Having good walk speed is good when you have quick attack. Alright, at least you got a Pidgeotto. A decently strong Pidgeotto. Tackle's not the worst move it could have. Okay. Yeah, both these guys still about a stage apart from each other. See how these fights go. Doing the patented quick attack movement here. You just go around in a circle. Quick attack is very, very good in this game. So this rank is also known that you can get. Diego actually got it in. I think it was Diego Armando got it in their last race that they did, and they're on the winner's side of the bracket. They got early 200 in this stage here, so it's possible, just for whatever reason, I don't know why, it's just this rank. You can get the power that you need, which is 200, earlier than you normally could in any other rank in normal mode. Typically, you have to complete 3 stages and then you get it. But for whatever reason, in this rank, you can get it in that 3rd stage. And for whatever reason as well, it's most likely to happen if you do it in Eternal Tower. As opposed to any of the other stages. I have had it happen in Fiery Furnace once, but it happens most consistently in Eternal Tower. The downside to it is that you only have one Pokemon to work with if you do get it, so it has to be the perfect Pokemon, and you have to not make any mistakes, really. I don't think Rob has a backup here. He has to get another backup, which is fine. You do typically want to get something here as well, just because the Pokemon are good. Hopefully he doesn't die. Let's see if Diego gets this Electabuzz drop. No Electabuzz drop. No early 200. A normal rank B here, hopefully, I guess. We'll see from Diego. Okay, Electro's not bad. Hopefully it has like Spark or something. It's a fast Pokemon, so its walk speed is good. I'd probably swatch into it right now, but... Okay, it has Spark. There you go. More than you can ask for. So Diego's not going to be hunting for his 200 power. Killing anything in this stage. Once you complete the 3 stages, you definitely want to go to Fiery Furnace and get the power if you have the option to. It's just the best stage to grind for the power. It has the strongest Pokemon and the best Pokemon to fight with as well. So okay, there's the Ponyta. This is not that good. So he actually it looks like he's gonna start trying to kill some other stuff too and get something that can help with killing. Tackle really is just a time-consuming method to do the battle royale. It's really not worth it. You kind of do need something else. So maybe he's gonna try buying a move or buying a Pokemon here. We're gonna see something interesting. You can do it with Tackle. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. And Rob's going through Eternal Tower. Maybe they'll get the early 200, but again, it's very risky to get that early 200 and to go in with it. It's very risky. It's very easy to just lose that way because you only have one Pokemon to fight with. Unless you get lucky and get like 2 Pokemon that are usable for fighting, but it's really not that likely. I typically am always killing the Kadabras in these situations. Kadabra's very, very useful Pokemon. You can buy some moves to see here. Flame Wheel, that's something. He bought it over Tackle, which that was probably a mistake. But yeah, we'll see. It's a somewhat useful move. It doesn't have the best range, but it's not a bad move. There's a similar move that is used in Passwords, but it has bigger range and less cooldown. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, he's playing it so risky. Alright, it's gonna be interesting from both sides, I think. Rob's playing it risky here, not collecting any of the Kadabras. And Diego doesn't really have much backup and is playing this portion of the Battle Royale incredibly risky. Wow. Not getting hit there was crazy. So for this Battle Royale, there are 4 bosses instead of 3. Each Battle Royale is a little different from each other, but they do have similar, like, oh my god. They do have similar, equations, so to speak. So for this one, you have 4 bosses, but you have to kill one of the main bosses in order to spawn the last one. That's not gonna work. No. What's his backup here? Growl 158 growl with a bite. It's gonna work. It's just gonna take some time. Bite isn't a terrible move to use in this battle royale because 2 of the 4 bosses are weak to dark. So not bad. Rob did get their 200 power. If Diego cannot like completely lose this, then that's honestly not too big of a time loss with the lead that they have. So we'll see if he can keep this Growlithe alive at least. I think he does have something else to kind of work with as well, but it'll be pretty rough if he doesn't have Growlithe towards the end. I did not see the move on Rob's Growlithe, but we got 2 Growlithes in the Battle Royale. Oh my gosh, that was scary. Oh my goodness. How he didn't get hit by like all of those hitboxes of Machamp, I do not know. But oh my gosh, I think he's fine still. Only having to kill basically 1 Pokemon left is okay. He could even, he can do it with this 132. That's really funny though. It's a pretty weak Pokemon to finish this with. If he gets hit, he's dead, but he shouldn't because it's Bite. And that's a easy stun lock move. It looks like that's the same move that Rob has, but Rob's also on low health, looking pretty spooky over here as well. But Diego finishing that up. Rob is slowly catching back up and also losing some time here and there as well. If he can finish this Battle Royale, in their last race, they had a death in the Battle Royale here, so if that can happen, that'll be a nice time save from the last race. Again, like I said earlier at the beginning of the race, they have the same exact race PB from their previous races, a 1 hour 26 second time. They have different PBs, but they still got the same race PB, which is still pretty crazy. It also just goes to show you how RNG can really affect your runs, and the skill is definitely part of it, but you also have to be able to adapt and work with the RNG that you get. And sometimes RNG doesn't want to work with you. Because Rob's definitely more out of practice than Diego is. Diego recently PBing, and Rob pretty much is entering the tournament because I asked them to. Doing some practice runs here and there and doing their tournament races, but yeah, it just goes to show you it can really, like, anything can happen. We're only halfway through with Diego going through rank A, which I would say is probably the least consistent one. It looks like, okay. I don't know why that was the move there, but this Electrode should be fine. Just don't get hit again. Okay, good job, Rob. But going through rank A is really inconsistent. It's really like the Pokemon are just not that good. There's only like 2 or 3 decent Pokemon to work with, and Persian is one of them. Diego does have a Quick Attack Pokemon, but Quick Attack is not as useful in rank A, and especially not in rank S. You kind of just want to have something that is fast and has a good move. But Quick Attack is fine. It does a lot of damage to the bosses. It's fast, like it gets you through the stages fast. It just causes a lot of lag. So there's a little bit of a downfall there. But got a little lucky with that Aerodactyl fight. That fight can go really bad. We've seen a death there in this tournament already, actually. So a lot can happen there. He did get some Persian. I didn't see all the Pokemon that he got. Persian is a really good Pokemon to have. Even if it's not like the strongest or have the best moves, it still usually has something that you can use if it's backed up or anything. And Rob starting off with Electrode is honestly not that bad. He just has to get something. You can go for Raticate. Raticate does have some good movesets. It just isn't the fastest out of all of them. Ideally, you want Persian, or I guess like Pidgeotto, but I'd probably go for Raticate over Pidgeotto. And he wasn't getting any Pidgeottos spawns. He really needs to. He's going the route of just like running straight through the level. Yeah, he needs to go with it. Yeah, Rob's not as familiar with the move sets and how helpful some of these moves are. Scratch Fake Out doesn't seem like a good move set, but it's not that bad. Pretty much any of the moves that Persian can have, as long as it does damage, is pretty good. So there are certain instances where, oh goodness, that was really unfortunate. Diego getting a Karate Chop. Karate Chop Primate, but pretty rare to see a fighting type in rank A. So that's a good get. It's a good catch. A little blip on Rob's side, that's okay. He's gonna go back to his Persian. Okay, so now he's in the boss fight. All right. He needs to be very careful. Oh my goodness. Does he have anything else to work with? I don't think so. Yeah, he can get hit by another one of the ink powers. That is not the move. That's absolutely not the move. I can't believe he didn't die to that. That's not the move either. It's just to stick in with the Pidgeotto and just hope you... Rob! Rob! I think Rob died in that stage last time too. Ooh, a Punchy Alakazam. Punchy is a special trait. Basically, instead of having natures, they have special traits in this game, where not everything has a nature though, or not everything has a special trait. But the ones that do, they are just like boosts. Some of them aren't as helpful as others. Some of them can boost the speed, like just your walking speed, which is very useful in these kinds of runs. But the one that I got is boosting their attack, which is also helpful. One of the better ones to get. Rob having to redo that Windy Prairie is definitely quite the handicap for sure. Really unfortunate. Yeah, that was a lot of damage. Love to see that. So this is probably the least consistent rank to get the power, in my opinion. We did see Rob have to reset rank C, which was pretty unfortunate. So we'll see how Diego's rank A goes. But typically here you just skip the Slowpokes and pretty much kill everything else. Hope for a fighting type, hope for the Machokes, hope for Clefable if you don't get Machoke. Ooh, we got Machoke! Got a 400 Machoke! Alright, yeah, but that was really good for rank A too. Getting it early like that is very nice. Rob completing Windy Prairie for Rob. It kind of shows the lag that you can produce from quick attack. The more obviously like the the deeper in the category, the more Pokemon there's going to be in these more difficult ranks, or later ranks. So Quick Attack will just hit more stuff, cause more lag. Even just hitting a Pokemon causes lag, so like when a Pokemon drops, it's even more lag. So you really want to try and only kill the stuff you're wanting at this point of the round. Unless it's necessary, unless you gotta like defend yourself. But this is a very good Machoke. He should be pretty fine here. Gonna breeze through this Battle Royale now. Battle Royales aren't too difficult if you have like a decent move like Quick Karate Chop or Ember, if it's Stab or something like that. Fury Strikes is also really, really good. Yeah, it's pretty good, especially if it's the power that you got. If it's not like weaker than the power that you need, it's also nice. They're just gonna Karate Chop through this Battle Royale pretty cleanly. If he dies, he's playing a little risky, which both these players have been doing. I don't know what just happened on Rob's side. It looks like he swapped at the right time. Just at the right time. Person's good. Okay, yeah. There's some risk right there. I think Diego's fine even if he does die. But yeah, he's fine. Okay. I'll just walk or something. Alright. Diego finishing up that rank A. I don't think that Rob got a Kadabra here. It's unfortunate. Diego didn't even need the Punchy Alakazam, but it's pretty useful, honestly. Like even if something happens here. I mean, once you get to rank S, those Pokemon are pretty much irrelevant. The power creep is pretty drastic. So ideally, he just gets something here, like that hero. Even though that's not that much stronger, it's a little better. Didn't see the moveset there. I don't think it was that good. You want to look for moves like Agility for sure, Peck. Fury Tech isn't terrible. You kind of just want Peck. That's its best attacking move. Dodrio can have Quick Attack, which isn't bad. You don't really need to worry about anything else here. I didn't get to get a good glance at Diego's moveset, but it must have not been good. Also, Rob's still going for their 400 power. Unfortunate. Oh, there's a Sparkly Machoke. Sparkly means that they're not shiny, but they will drop. So if you just kill it, it will drop. And whenever there's a shiny Pokemon, they will just show up at random, of course. Whenever there's a shiny Pokemon, it will always drop. So you don't have to worry about shiny Pokemon showing up and not dropping or not getting it. Like you will always get a shiny Pokemon. Oh, there's Peck. 528 Peck. That's really good. It is melt boss damage for sure. It's a little slow to use in the movement parts because it slows you down like right away, and there's a little bit of cooldown, but it's a really good move. So it did a lot of damage. Another move that's like weird that's good is Sky Attack. That's just like, weirdly good. Oh, he's going in with Revenge. I don't think he knows that he has Revenge. Does he have? Okay, he has Revenge. No, you can't, Rob. Okay. This is why you practice, folks. Okay, that was not the move there. Would have known nothing. Rob's working with what he got for sure, but he probably could have bought a move or bought another Pokemon or something. I think he did have another Pokemon to use as well, so that's good. But this is not a great situation for Rob. And it looks like Diego's not really sure what to use for his movement. I would probably just stick with this one. He kind of does have this having like equal opportunity here with this Pokemon. Nothing like reaches, nothing speaks out. Okay, Electrode. Ooh, terrible moveset. That's like the major downside to Electrode is it has an awful moveset. It has good walking speed and it's electric type, so it can have like Thunder Shock and Spark. Charge Beam isn't the worst move to have coupled with something, not by itself at all, but coupled with something. But like, yeah, other than those couple things, it's not that good. The move pool sucks. Ideally, you get a Charizard here. That's kind of what I like to go for. Rob's feed is power pointy at the moment. Looks like he died. Now he's in the Fable. Definitely a much better situation here. This is a much easier move to work with. Not as strong, but it's okay. Be careful. He plays so risky. Rob is classic. Always been like very aggressive in Rumble play. Okay, Shadow Claw is a great move to have. It's not stab, but it's a very fast acting move. Very strong. Charizard has a unlike Electrode, it has a really big move pool. A lot of different moves you can use. Obviously, you kind of want to lean towards the stab moves, but Shadow Claw, Dragon Claw, those are also really good moves to use as well. Flash. I'm just double slapping everything, or not double slap, wake up slapping everything. I got the Charizard. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. He did get a Charizard though. I'm using it right now. Ooh, hate that. I would just go with my one Alakazam. It's kind of irrelevant what Pokemon you get here. They're not the best for the Battle Royales, which is pretty much what we're working for, just what we're going to be using in the Battle Royale. Psybeam isn't great. You want confusion. Got Rob starting up rank A or rank S. Sorry. Pick up that Dodrio and run. Oh, it has quick attack. Okay. Not the most useful thing in. Oh, yeah, that one has quick attack and peck. That's even better. He has 3 quick attack Pokemon. Not that useful in this rank, but it'll be good enough. It does the job. We'll definitely be able to save some time on Diego for sure. I'm not sure if it's too late. Anything can happen. Diego can take a death in the Battle Royale. That can take him a long time to get the power that they need. They could game over on this stage. So who knows? So we'll see. Ooh, that was good spacing by Diego there. Rob is just quick attacking his way through the stage. as best as you can. I didn't see that last Alakazam. But again, Confusion is kind of the only move you want on your Alakazam. Everything else isn't that great. We're looking for 600 here. You can go to really any stage you want, to be honest, but the most consistent one to do is this one. And it has the best pool of Pokemon with moves that you can get. Is he not using Tech? Okay, use Tech. You got this, Rob. I don't think Rob knows about Tech. Should be okay here as long as he plays. Okay, that's fine too. Dragonite doesn't have the best move. It's like attack. It's just kind of bulky. Oh, there you go. Diego with the 600. It's an Arcanine, so it's not the best thing. I'm not sure if he's gonna. Looks like he's gonna just stay in this room. Maybe they'll buy him Pokemon or something. Arcanine is one of the lesser of the good, but it's still not bad at all. We'll see the move here. Ooh, that's not a good moveset. You're gonna probably have to, unless he just plans on using something else. I'd just buy something. No way he's using this. Okay, yeah, he's gonna back. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Oh, well, that's not. It's not good. It's not good. I don't know why he's using it. Maybe might be getting the moves mixed up with another move. Fire Spin is not that good. That's okay. I think he does have enough Pokemon to do this. It's just kind of a unfortunate L here. He also got burnt, so he's doing less damage. Yeah. Rob rolling out over here on this Moltres. Continuously making boss fights scary to watch. He didn't get anything else in this stage. Not even 500. Get out of there. Oh my goodness. Burn it. Yeah. I think it's okay. I think he's fine. Good job, Rob. Alright. So, Diego's using Psybeam. Interesting. I don't know if he did get confusing then. If he's using Psybeam, I wouldn't have. Oh my gosh. Diego's scaring me. This is a prime example of like, you can get all the speed Pokemon you want, but if you don't have anything with fight, like that's good for fighting, it's really hard to do the rest of it fast. You might be able to do this. It's just gonna be slow and scary. Oh, not the para. Oh, yeah. Oh, he got hit. Oh. Yeah, that's probably the best bet here. You can get a nice Stunlock on anything. As long as he doesn't get hit, he should be fine. But he's pretty weak. I don't know if he can survive a hit from the tree, like getting the trio. Okay, well he can survive one. There'll be a large race PB from Diego if he PBs here. Or if he finishes the race here. Oh my god. Oh goodness. Hey, he's running. I play defensively. Oh, that was so scary. my gosh. He's doing really good movement to not get hit. All right, he's good. Wow, that was really close. All right, GG's by Diego. Clutching that out, man. Wow. That was still pretty close, even with the flub on Rob's side. Still pretty close. All right. Let me get sorry, I have to send a link. There you go. And try and get the runners in the commentary booth. Diego.
Hello.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Oh, I think I have a lot of bad energy, but at least we can go up. We'll go ahead, I mean.
That was a pretty like average salt. Oh, he got a ditto. Oh my gosh. He just bought a ditto. He can sell his Pokemon. But you had a pretty like average, solid, just simple run of 80% no passwords, I'd say. I'd say that was like a pretty like good average run for the category. So that was a good GG's. Didn't have any deaths.
There was a thing. I don't know what happened with Gengar stage. The Eternal Tower on rank A.
What happened with what?
I mean, I don't know the word.
Oh, it's okay. I don't remember any.
I wanna burn the Alakazam. The Alakazam in rank A. I mean,
I don't remember particularly what happened. I might have been watching Rob's footage. Rob's been playing like pretty scary all like the entire time. So I was watching, trying to watch both. So I might have missed it, but you did have a pretty, like you just had a pretty consistent run. You had some you got everything you had to work with, and if you didn't, you like did what you had to do. Rob had a death in in rank A, Windy Prairie. So yeah, he died in the boss fight. I think he died there last race too. Unfortunate. I'm not sure how this one's going. I don't think they have the best Pokemon. Arcanine with Ember is not bad. I don't know if he's gonna be. He's gonna be using Takedown, but
I don't know if it's better to skip some floors for to get a Charizard for the Battle Royale.
I'm not sure.
Because
But
Charizard always have a good move for Battle Royale, but it's like on 4th floor or 5. Wow.
So you are playing Halkery next, right?
Yes.
And I think that's for 3rd place, right? Whoever gets that is gonna, or not third. It's not for 3rd place. It's for 4th place, I guess. Whoever loses gets 4th place. What's up, Rob?
Yuck.
Oh,
Rob.
Boy, I've never had such good luck and bad luck at the same time in my life. boy. I don't know if I've ever combined in a faster 100, 200, 400, and 600 poke. And then did not see quick attack until A rank. And then for my 600 poke to have... What was its moves? Toxic and Endure?
Yeah, that was...
Toxic Endure, I roll Shockwave, and I get a new Pokemon, and it's a Ditto. Like, I was not finishing that. I was like, I would have to go back into a stage and get another 600 poke to finish.
The joys of having to deal with what the devil gives you.
Yeah, no. I feel like I played for the most part pretty well and just got rolled by RNG, so it happens.
Yeah, but thanks for entering the tournament. This was like awesome to have the amount of people that did enter, and it's been fun to commentate. I hope you had fun playing.
Oh, I mean, Rumble is one of my favorite games. I enjoy playing it. Any excuse I have to play Rumble is fun.
Awesome, yeah.
Just next time run a Rumble Blast tournament so I can win.
Hey, I mean, there's definitely a lot of cool competition with Rumble Blast. If you haven't checked out those leaderboards, those runs out, that's a really cool and optimized game that does not have a lot of recognition. So definitely check out those leaderboards. Rumble Blast is really cool.
I mean, I'm aware. I'm on the leaderboard.
Yeah, but the chat.
Oh yeah, I check in the chat once in a while.
I'm going to Spanish interview. Thank you for the commentary and thanks for the game, Rob.
Yeah, GG's, Diego.
It is.
Though.
But I think, do you have anything else you'd like to shout out or anything like that you want to say before we...
So, I know the 600 poke was crap, but have you ever seen someone get a 600 poke as fast as that?
So you had some...
It was the first thing I killed.
You had some internet blips, but there's definitely been some not early 600, but some quick 600 powers in the days.
That was the first Pokemon I killed that could have been 600.
What was it? It was the Electrode.
It was the Electrode. It was a shit moveset, but
Electrodes are baits. Like, that's the only bad thing about no passwords and like trying to go as fast as possible is like even with early 200 with like all of those time saves, those Pokemon have to be good with fighting. Otherwise, it's basically getting nothing almost. It's so unfortunate when you're just like, oh hell yeah, I got the 600 power and it has Endure. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where because I knew I had lost at that point, I said screw it, I might as well try to see what happens and just roll with it. If it still wasn't over. And I saw that moveset, I probably would have stuck around, because my next highest Pokemon wasn't even in the 500s. Right. So I probably would have stuck around to at least get, like, 1 or 2 high 500s.
Also, the buying of the Ditto is just unlucky, and it just happens a lot. It's so bizarre. It's not a very common thing that happens, like, it's very rare for, like, any kind of Pokemon to be bought a lot in any rank in the game. Yeah. It's just for whatever reason, rank S normal, you buy Ditto. I don't know why.
I love Ditto. Ditto's one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. Not useful at all in Rumble.
Nope, not at all.
It honestly might be the most useless Pokemon in Rumble. I think Magikarp might actually have more usefulness. I think it might.
Yeah, actually it does, yeah.
At least Magikarp won't kill itself when it uses a move.
Magikarp is actually a run killer in some categories because it has a frame 1 non-damaging attack, so it can just kind of just bounce you around infinitely if you get unlucky enough.
Nice.
But I think we're gonna wrap things up. I'm not sure. I think we have some other stuff going on tonight. There's also the Spanish and Portuguese restream that have their interviews going on right now. So check those out. Thanks, DiegolazoR4, who was just in the race. They're the one organizing this tournament. So shout out to them again. Make sure to follow all the runners. I'm RubberDucky Assassin, and thanks again for doing the race, Rob. This was awesome. Thanks again for entering. This was awesome.
Yep.
And have a good one, guys. Stay tuned.